What I'd like to do is step back really to psychology 101 and think about, well, what actually motivates people to do things? And we know there's basically two key ways that people are motivated to do things. One category of motivators are called extrinsic motivators, and another category is called intrinsic. Now, extrinsic are those things that we do when we're trying to get extra attention on an issue, right? So maybe we're having a hard time motivating people, so we offer a gift card, right? We offer some special rewards that might motivate people to do something. Or we might go for the instead of the carrot, we might try the stick, right? Of punishment or threats of what people might lose if they don't do something. Intrinsic motivators are things that are more part of the thing that people are motivated to do. For instance, you don't need to pay me to eat dinner. I love to eat. And so there's the intrinsic motivation of a good meal will always get me to sit down and enjoy it. Those are intrinsic motivators, right? And they are they're built in ways that get us to do things without needing those extra rewards or punishments. I want to now just kind of emphasize those two areas and thinking about how we might use them in regards to both attendance and engagement. And in regards to extrinsic motivators, obviously there are things that we might do to try to get people motivated to come to school. And some people, for instance, are using things like gift cards or a chance to win something as a way to sort of tease people's attention and maybe get them to do something they wouldn't have otherwise. Intrinsic rewards are, on the other hand, things that we want to be thinking about in terms of how to get students and their parents to really want to come to school for the sake of school itself, for the sake of the relationships they have there, for the sake of how they feel about themselves when they go to school and the community they're a part of. Those intrinsic rewards ultimately have a real strength also because sooner or later you run out of extrinsic motivators. Ultimately, our goal isn't just to get people to school, right? It's to get them really engaged when they're at school. And that's where intrinsic motivators are really where the money is, so to speak. If you don't have intrinsic motivators, students might show up at school, but they might be there only physically and not really paying attention mentally, right? And so next I want to talk specifically about what are the three most powerful intrinsic motivators we know of in regards to attendance and engagement for students. Belonging is a key motivator for whether students are going to show up at school and whether they're going to be more engaged at school also. Belonging is all about, I feel like this school is really my community. I feel like I belong here. I feel like people like me here and care about me and that I'm valued here for who I am as a person. And things that are talked about are relevant to me and the family and community and culture that I'm a part of. And that I have a role here and that is meaningful as well. That's what belonging is about. And not only is it important for attendance and engagement, but there's actually some pretty significant research showing that when students have a deeper sense of belonging, they're more likely to be successful at persisting towards graduation, and they're more likely to do better at learning. So belonging is a key driver when it comes to getting students both in school and engaged in school. And it's one of those that we'll want to double down on when we're thinking about our school strategies. And next up, I want to talk about purpose. Purpose is that sense that, this is meaningful for me and I have something to contribute. It's not just what I'm getting, but also what I can give. One of the things we know about purpose from the research is that when students have a stronger sense of purpose in what they're doing, they are likely to work far longer given a difficult project by a teacher. So in the short term, it has a big impact, again, not only on attendance and engagement, but on that student's willingness to persist even in the face of difficulty, which if we're thinking about what's important about attendance and engagement is we need our students to want to embrace some difficulty in their lives, right? To be willing to overcome some obstacles that might be keeping them right now from going to school. Often in student support, we're thinking a lot about how we can help students, right? For very good reasons. There's lots of things we know that our students need, and we want to be there for them. At the same time, what we know from the research is purpose comes not just from what I get, it comes from what I'm able to give. Now, let me be a little more specific, because if we think about what happens in our schools and even our classrooms often, right, it's often maybe the honor students, right, or the older students who've been around longer, who are given special roles within the school community. We're asked to do special volunteer projects, or asked to help other people in the school, which means that inadvertently the students who might be newer at the school, who might be struggling at the school, miss out on being given those chances, often miss out on being asked to help others, and miss that opportunity to realize that they also have strengths to give and that they are also highly valued in our community. And so this is one of those equity gaps that I fear gets far too little attention. And that also brings us to the third key intrinsic motivator that I want to talk very briefly about, which is agency, right? Agency is that experience of feeling like you have some sense of control. You are pursuing your own goals. You're making some of your own choices. You're not just being told what to do. And so these three things are really very interrelated. Extrinsic rewards can really get in the way sometimes of students being able to experience these intrinsic drivers, right? I mean, if you're just paying me or threatening me to do something, right, I'm not getting that sense to have my own sense of agency in what I'm doing. And I'm not getting that deeper sense of purpose that I'm actually not just doing this because you're rewarding me or threatening me. I'm doing this because I want to, and I'm doing this because I actually think I'll be able to help somebody else by being a part of this school community. But when we're only using those extrinsic motivators, right, our students can just feel like this is just transactional. So we need to think about how to balance those out. And when we do that, we can get to a school community where belonging, purpose, and agency can really come to characterize the way that we relate to each other and work together.